Okay, this is my thing. Thermal printers are great, but they're only great if you get the right one. If you don't know me, my name is Lady Savage. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. And today I'm gonna do something a little different. A lot of people have been DMing me about business. A lot of people DM me wondering how I operate my business. And one of the game changers for my business was a thermal printer. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what that looks like. This is what the thermal printer looks like. So what it's gonna do, and I'm gonna do a fake order for you just so you can see completely how to use it step by step without, you know, showing people's addresses. And look, it's already messing up. So but this is the front view of the printer. And so what it does is basically uses heat and laser activity to print everything that's on your computer. And so you don't have to print out manually your orders. And I'm also going to share a website that I use that allows you to sync your orders from your website with your printer. So just print right on out. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this order up really quick so I can get it to the post office. And if you want me to do a post office run, let me know, because I really didn't know how to do that either when I started this business. But this this printer, it really changed the game for me, only because, like, you know, I felt a little saucy. I felt like a business owner and it was more convenient. But what I like most about it is that the system that I use for printing or for syncing my orders through my website, that third party website actually gives you lower rates on shipping. So because shipping, if you know anything about business, shipping is expensive. You definitely want to incorporate that into your cost. I thought for a long time, I was like, girl, you know, I can't make these people pay all that. Let me, no, get that mentality. If them people want your products, they will pay. You have to pay it. So it's either you gonna pay it or the person that wants the product is gonna pay that cost. And of course, you know, sometimes you can do sales, but you need to make sure that you are getting what you deserve out of your business, and your consumer is getting what they deserve out of the business, or out of your business. And so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then I'm gonna do an order with you all. So if you're thinking about purchasing a label printer, you're gonna need at least two things in addition to that printer so that everything can run efficiently. Unfortunately, I can't show you exactly what this website is called because I don't want to compromise any of my customers' orders, but you're going to want to download GOTCHU. GOTCHU is a third party in between the business owner and however your mailing carrier. What they do is find the best rates for you to mail off, and whatever platform you're using. So I use a Wix platform for my business. They're able to sync my orders directly from Wix to GoShippo, and then they're going to look at all the carriers that you plan to use. You choose your carrier, the best rates, and they're going to get you the best price. So in addition to that, they usually calculate, there's different options how you can calculate the price of your shipping. I use my weight, and so you're going to need to purchase a scale. Ignore this, I was testing a new product. But you're going to need to purchase a scale so you can weigh your product to get your accurate shipping cost. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is weigh my products. I'm going to look up here to see my next order. It'll tell you the order number. It'll tell you the date that it was purchased. It'll tell you whether it's shipped, whether you shipped it off, or it'll tell you if the customer paid or not. And then it'll tell you their first name, their first and last name, their address. And then you're going to be able to add your packing information in. So it basically gives you all the information you need with the order, and then it's going to help you with your labeling and mailing. And then all we have to do is drop it off later, which I am going to drop it off. I'm not sure if I'm going to add this into the video, but if you want to see, like I said, a mailing run, let me know, because several business owners have said, look, like, I'm scared to start my product line because I don't know the shipping process. And I was like, you know what? I didn't know the shipping process either. So I'm gonna help y'all with the shipping process. But first, we're gonna show you how to use this printer. And I'm also gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you my opinion on if the printer that I have is the best printer to get. In my opinion, to your discretion though. Okay, so that one was about 2 pounds. So let me go ahead and do this, all the things. On GOTCHU, you have to input, the weight and the dimensions of your box. So whatever you're ordering from, make sure you know these dimensions after you order it. Where are we going? So without compromising my customers' information on GOTCHU, you're now able to see what it's going to look like. So it's going to tell you the items that were purchased. Like I said, this is in sync with my website. So that's the title of the candles that's being purchased, the weight, how much it cost. And then if you want to add a note, which this is actually a gift, so I am going to have to add like happy birthday, but you're going to be able to do that. And then over here, it's gonna let you, I use USPS, which I probably shouldn't by now, but that's what I feel most comfortable with. But my standard shipping is $8, but if it was calculated, it would be right here. And then it's gonna give you the best rates, and it's gonna give you some different options. I usually want to go ahead and do a day for $8.02. Just because my shipping is I don't mind paying like 2 cents just so they can get their candle immediately. And then below this, you are going to insert, you're going to insert the recipient, who's sending, receiving, or sender address, receiver address, and some other address. I forgot, but yeah. Okay, now here is the fun part. So the thing with this Jose printer is JIOSE. It's gonna tell you when there's a problem. And so before I even start, I see that there's a problem with my the way it's about to print, because there's a red light, which I'll go ahead and show you. That red light means that there's something wrong. And so what I'm gonna have to do is fix this really quick, and I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. Usually when that red light is up, that lets me know that there's like a jam or something wrong to where this paper isn't aligned. And when I pushed it in, it aligned itself, and then it turns blue, as you can see right there. Okay, so here's the fun part. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase this shipping label. The way that GOTCHU runs, it doesn't charge you immediately. It will charge you. There's 2 options, which you can see if you decide to use it. But I'm gonna go ahead and pay. I'm gonna make sure that everything looks right, all the information. Let me pause right here. Before y'all say anything about my table, it is not dirty. I promise you. I'm like OCD when it comes to this, and so I have to make sure I read it like 10 times. I'm going to get the 1-day shipping. I'm going to buy it, which it will charge to my card later. And then I'm going to go ahead and start printing with this thermal printer. So with this thermal printer, you get the stand that comes with it. This thermal printer paper did not come with the printer, so this was a separate purchase, but you get a lot for a little bit. I got everything off of Amazon. And then the printer itself. And of course it came with instructions, but this is basically the whole setup right here. You have one plug that plugs into your wall, like the power source, and then the next plug, which is a USB, that hooks up to my computer, and that's how everything is synced. So I can print directly from my computer to this. I don't need ink. All I need is this paper and this printer, and it's gonna use the heat to print everything. So here we go. First, I'm gonna download the shipping label. It'll pop up in a preview, like the print preview. So I'm gonna go ahead and print that. Oh, you know what? I can add that slip later. Here we go. I did scale it to fit to paper. Okay, so there goes the first, that's the shipping label. Now I'm gonna go ahead, or the first piece of paper, that's the shipping label. Now I'm gonna go ahead and print my packing slip. I'm gonna add the note first because this was a birthday gift purchase. So I'm gonna put happy birthday from the person that's sending it. So they know like what's going on. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and download my packing slip. It's gonna pull up all this information, and then I am going to print again. Fit to paper. The destination will be this printer. Okay, and there goes the issue right there. Boom, issue number 1. It printed more than what I needed. So we're gonna get into more of the issues. Let me go ahead and close this out. I'm gonna finish wrapping up this packing slip, and then, or this package. I'm gonna put the packing slip in there, and then I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like about this printer. Whenever you're mailing something, you're gonna want to make sure that if you are using a printer like this, that you don't cover the actual barcode that your mail carrier still has to scan. I've made that mistake. And another tip for when you're going to mail things, when I first started mailing, I was using regular tape, and they made me like unbox and rebox everything because you need packing tape. Get you some packing tape. Okay. Okay, boom. Those are ready to go, and so now we can get into the good stuff. So, like I said, this printer is great. It definitely changed the life of my business, the professionalism of my business. Of course, all you would need is GOTCHU if you just wanted to go ahead and print off your own pieces of paper. But when I think of my business, I like to think like, what are big businesses doing? How can I be the most professional? How can I be like my competition, if not outbeat them? And one of those things for me was printing. I'll show you. So this is what your paper is going to look like. It's going to come on like sticky paper. And so when it comes out of the thermal printer, all you're going to have to do is peel your label off, stick it on your box, and that is the most professional way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. So some pros of the actual printer itself is that it's very small, it's compact, and it did come with a holder. And honestly, for me, that was about it. I've had a lot of issues with this printer. So like I said, when you saw it when it came out, and like I said, it's still beeping red because now this is off track, and it usually prints about 2 to 3 papers, even if I'm only printing 1 sheet of paper. And so I've wasted tons and tons of printer sheets because the printer wanted to print extra and cause an off balance, and it would do it in between prints, and so I wasn't able to save it. Now this one, I might be able to save it by adjusting it back to its regular stance. Okay, and look what it's doing. This is a prime example of why this printer is just not the right one for me. It's a waste. I'm losing money. I'm wasting my time having to fix it. And that's just not what I want to be doing. And so as I move up in the world of business, I would definitely be repurchasing a printer that I feel like is more worth my money. Some of the other issues, I've had issues with it connecting to my laptop, and so I've had to spend minutes on minutes, or over 60 minutes at least, trying to just figure out how to reconnect my printer. And when I first started this video, when I did my first package, what happened? Oh, it wasn't the thermal heat. I guess it wasn't hot enough when it started, and so the printer did not fully print all of the label. And I can't go to the mail people without a full sheet of paper. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm digging in my trash, but it is just paper and business stuff. But this is what it printed off. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it didn't print anything. And so if I had to rate this printer for me and what I use in my business, I'm gonna have to rate it a 4 out of 10. I will give this printer a 4 out of 10 because it does do the job. It makes my business life easier, but it is not as efficient as I would like it to be, especially as I get more orders in. This is just not the printer that I want to deal with moving forward in my business. But there are a couple of printers on Amazon that I would recommend if y'all, based on the reviews and what I've seen. But if you know of any thermal printers, drop it down below. Other than that, this is the end of this video. I'm not going to make the post office run with you all, but if you want to see that, be sure to tune in. I'm talking a bit about, I love talking about business. So what else do you want to see? What else can we talk about? And is there a printer that you like or that you want to try? Let me know in the comments. I'm out of here.